Welcome, everybody. My name is Monica Den Os. I'm the Channel and Field Marketing Manager here in EMEA, based in Amsterdam, or we actually say Amsterdam. It's close to Amsterdam in Almere. I've been with Nexenta since 2011, so almost 3 years. It's been a very interesting journey. I've seen a lot going on in the industry, obviously within our own company as well. This is the third time we arranged this event. It used to be called the Open Source Summit. I see lots of faces that I've seen in the past years as well. Who was here last year? Can I just see some hands? Great, quite a few of them. You guys made a big journey. I know some of you guys came from the UK. Who else came from the UK? Oh, welcome, welcome. Italy, do we have some people from Italy? Obviously, yeah, the Italians are always in the front. Who else we got? France, I see some people as well in the back, right? Welcome. And obviously, some of you guys made a longer journey from the US, right? Who are they? My own colleagues as well. Oh, there you go, Esther as well, right. So welcome, everybody. I'd just like to go through a little bit what we're going to cover today. We have an exciting agenda. I think it's a great agenda, actually. We will have some panel discussions with some analysts. We have Donna Taylor here, somewhere in the room. Oh, there she is, of course, yeah, from IDC. Simon Robinson for 451 Group. Thank you. And we will have a couple of discussions as well with our own customers, ecosystem partners, Sendisk, I see in the front as well, HGST indeed. So I think we're going to have a really nice agenda. And obviously, at the end, we will have some chances to network with each other. I actually encourage you guys to go and make some new connections, new friends. We will have plenty of opportunity for that. And in the evening, we will have a dinner at the Supper Club Bloat. We will give you guys some directions how we're going to get there, but it's going to be very easy, a short walk close to the Amsterdam Central Station. So the first speaker is my own boss. What can I tell about him? A lot, actually. He's been in the industry for many, many years. He's been working as an executive role with industry leaders like IBM. His last journey was Dell Wise, and he has started working with us since October, was it, I think, yeah, last year. He's a very passionate person. He loves what he's doing. He's got fantastic energy. We actually call him internally the Tarkan Express. I don't know if you knew that. So I'd say, you know, buckle up, because it's going to be a very interesting journey. Fasten your seatbelt and enjoy the ride. Tarkan Maynard.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me? The microphone is on, right? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Vincent, in the back. And by the way, I want to thank Tony in the front, Steven Spielberg of Netherlands, and Vincent with all the audio and visual effects. Actually, audio and visual effects actually coming from Framestore, who made Gravity. Is Framestore here, the team from Framestore? Anybody? I think they're going to be probably arriving later on. Do you guys know about Framestore, the company? The media entertainment company which made the movie Gravity, which won a lot of audiovisual effects at the Oscars. For those who haven't seen the movie, a couple of quick fun facts before we get started. Literally 98% of that movie was all CGI, except for the facial expressions of George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. Everything else was CGI in the movie. As you know about movies, if you know Walt Disney well, each second is 24 frames. In a movie like that, with 3 dimensions, you multiply that by 3. And each, so to speak, frame in each second, 24 times 3, takes multiple iterations. And all that computer work, it's petabytes and petabytes data. So at Nexenta, we love movies. More movies, better. Having said all that, Framestore is actually also one of our sponsors. As you can see, I want to thank our sponsors, as Monica talked about. HGST, obviously a Western digital company, and we're working with them very, very tightly, globally. We want to thank them for their sponsorship. Sendisk, obviously Sendisk and Western Digital, both investors also in Nexenta, full disclosure. and SanDisk, also one of our global partners around the world. Proact, one of my most favorite resellers, obviously, especially around the world. Many of my favorite resellers are here in the room. I want to thank you, our channel partners, resellers, and distributors. Some of our prospective resellers and distributors are also in the room outside of Netherlands. I see Feeder here, G-Tech here from UK, Feeder here from France. We have a few others in Europe as we're investing heavily in EMEA. We have obviously 2Source4, we love them, Proact again, and also other partners, Dell, Cisco, VMware, Arista, G-Tech, again, as I mentioned, out of UK, 451 Research, obviously IDC, Framestore, we talked about it, University of Sussex, anybody right here from University of Sussex? Great. I know you guys are doing some interesting work with us. And obviously Armada. Who doesn't like Armin van Buuren? Where is Armada, by the way? Where is Armada? He's here, right? In the back. Armin's brother from a different mother. I think you're going to be on a panel later on, right? Are you going to spin for us? That would be fantastic. But to make long story short, we're really, really happy to be here. By the way, at Nexenta, we like lean, mean infrastructures like the room itself. Very lean, mean, and efficient. Actually, Monica, can you see me from the back? It's difficult to see you. I need like a binocular. But we've been in this room actually over the past weekend doing some of our planning. For those who don't know, Amsterdam is our EMEA headquarters. Most of our EMEA, Europe, Middle East, Africa presence here in Amsterdam and surrounding area. Obviously, our folks are here. And we run also our business out of Europe, Middle East, Africa, out of Amsterdam from a business perspective, transactional perspective, for many different reasons. One reason being tax benefits. We love Netherlands. I think I'm going to move here. I should be living here. Donna, you're making a mistake by living in Munich. But to make long story short, we are here every quarter. We do our kickoff meetings here, and we love, obviously, the energy here, our team. Where is Jaco van Achterberg? Jaco is in the front. Jaco runs our sales and business and channels out of here in Amsterdam. Please also, if you haven't met with Jaco, take the chance and to meet with Jaco. Jaco has been with Nexenta since 1942. He knows software-defined storage better than anybody else. Also from the executive team at Nexenta, obviously there are a few folks here. Phil Underwood is in the back, I believe. He's our Chief Operating Officer. We have obviously John Ash is our Head of Sales and Distribution. Is John in the room, right in the back, right there? Please also take the chance and take the time to meet Phil, John, Jaco. Rick Hayes is our VP of Customer Service Support. Chris Nelson, our pre-sales, obviously marketing, with Jill Orhan in the back, and many, many other folks in the room. Obviously, our VP Product Management, Thomas Corneli, who just joined us from Violin. Right choice, Thomas, for many, many different reasons. Thank you for coming on board. And few other executives. I'm sure I'm missing some of the folks, and I will talk to you guys about some of those folks later on. At a high level, we are very excited as Nexenta, and please don't take this as a typical company pitch from the CEO. We have fun. We enjoy what we do as a company. For those who don't know much about Nexenta, I'm going to give you a little bit of a high-level update for you about who we are and what we're doing, not only from a technology perspective, but as a business, as we build our relationships and friendships with our customers and partners. I think you need to know who truly we are. And then we'll get into a nice, unrehearsed, unplugged, maybe plugged with microphones, a conversation with Simon and Donna, my two favorite research analysts. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Their vision and also, most importantly, their relationship with the vendors and customers. Very passionate, and that's why we have them over here. And we really trust trust them both and their views. A little bit about Nexenta. A little bit of story that some of you know, but I think most of you don't know. My last company was a company called Wise. We were in desktop virtualization business. We invested in Wise back in 2004. It was at that time almost a bankrupted company. And that company, at that time, desktop virtualization was one of those segments not believed in. In 2004, actually, most people didn't know that such a segment even existed or could exist. Wise was one of the leaders as a startup company out of Santa Clara, and with big partnerships with VMware, Microsoft, Citrix, Dell, Cisco, and others. Basically, with great customer relationships and channel relationships, we built a big business. Dell acquired Wise about 2 years ago. I had the big fortune to work with Dell in their cloud business, running the Dell cloud business about a year out of Austin. And I know some of our friends at Dell are here too. And we redefined at that time the desktop virtualization, what we call the cloud client computing business, from a client perspective, but with the backend. And throughout the 12 months, and some of the folks are here with Dell, we used to go to our customers, and they used to constantly complain to us about the fact that they want to do desktop virtualization, they want to go to mobile, they want to use many, many different devices from Apple, Dell, or Lenovo, or whatever that might be, and move their users to a software-defined enterprise where they can connect from anywhere with any device, regardless of their platform, location, applications, or the back-end systems they are dealing with. And one of the biggest problems customers had, and also our channel partners had at that time, was the storage. These are the things that we were hearing from them. It was difficult for them to move workloads. It was very expensive for them to do desktop virtualization because storage was so expensive, and it was an inhibitor for them to do so. And we kept constantly hearing about this company called Nexenta. I had no idea what Nexenta was. The only orange colors I know is in Dutch national team playing in Ajax Stadium here. The bleachers, and I see all these Dutch fans with their orange jerseys. I did not know much about Nexenta. The more we talked to our customers, then I met with John and the team and the investors, and we loved to learn this business, and vice versa. We learned to love this business. And we met the customers, we met the partners, and we realized the space, software-defined infrastructure space, both from a networking perspective and storage perspective, is ready to boom. What we found out, however, is while networking is quite difficult and still needs to go through a lot of phases, we felt and we learned that storage is happening now. Nexenta with 5,000 customers, nearly 1 exabyte under management as a startup company with an open source heritage, with crazy people. You think you call me Tarkan Express? I think you guys are Expressor. The entire team out of Santa Clara to Europe to Asia, we found as investors phenomenal well aligned and transitioned the business from a garage over the past 6 years with two Russian founders, Alex Eisman and Dmitry Yusupov, and few other crazy engineers who dealt with this technology called ZFS, using some of the old technology from Sun with OpenSolaris and bringing that into the 21st century. We found an amazing business as investors. And actually, as Dell at that time, we were coming to invest in the business, the more due diligence we made, and I'm sharing this story with you because you're not going to find it on Wikipedia or on other WikiLeaks. This is true story. And we love the company. We said, you know what, not beyond on investment into this company, we would love to join the company as employees. And back in 2013, December timeframe, we did our final round, a $30 million round, bringing in some of our key partners, strategic investors like Dell, like SanDisk, like Western Digital, Inventec, one of these big ODMs out of Asia who believe in their respective region, software-defined infrastructures and data centers are a big reality, especially in Asia where cost control is hugely important. Our customers are trying to find new ways to do infrastructure. So we love this business. So we were investors, but now all of a sudden, as of December 2013, we have a new Nexenta. Still the orange Dutch colors from the glory years, but at the same time, beyond that, moving from that startup mode into an enterprise class mode with the help and love of our customers and partners. So on that note, the last 6 months for me personally have been a phenomenal ride, making new friends, meeting new customers and partners around the world. Some of them are also our previous partners and customers in my lifetime. Some of them from Dell years, Computer Associates, IBM, Wise, Quest software, Sterling software years, I find to meet a lot of friends. Actually, when I joined Nexent, I personally met some of you in the room as well. We reconnected, so to speak, through our own journeys. Because what we believe, in order to deal with the latest trends in the industry, whether that's social, mobile, Internet of Things, big data, or cloud delivery, we see software-defined enterprise a real deal. We don't believe this is just a hype. We don't believe this is just a story on a newspaper. We believe this is happening, and we have 5,000 of customers to prove that. And we're growing very fast, 100% year over year. We're still a small company, growing very fast from almost no business 6 years, and proving this is a real segment, big growth. Some of the resellers, our partners here, had their best quarters in the last Q4 and this past Q1. And we're starting our Q2 and this rest of the FY14 with phenomenal energy. We believe FY14, fiscal year 14, which is the calendar year 14 for us, is a big transition year into a big FY15 in the software-defined world, so to speak. We believe software-defined enterprise is a real thing. In order to achieve it, you need to have a software-defined infrastructure vision from data center to end user and everything in between. And we believe software-defined data center in the core with compute, network, and specialist storage, being virtualized, being software-defined is important. And also we prove that with our hosting and service provider customers as they're trying to serve their customers with better margin. And some of you are here in the room. They see that in the forefront of that war, saying that we need to liberate our systems from a hardware and software perspective and make it much more software-defined, much more mobile and agile and virtual. And we believe to accomplish that, especially within the software-defined data center, we need to have a software-defined storage vision. And again, beyond the belief, we're proving with our finances and growth, this is real. We have an open source vision. We believe in open source 110%. We are one of the biggest contributors in the open source, but we also believe this is not charity. We are a business. We have phenomenal support organization, and Rick is going to talk about later in the afternoon. We have a lot of professional services functions, working with our partners, resellers, and service providers around the world. And I believe the best partner network we have is in EMEA, in Europe, Middle East, Africa. I think in Europe, our customers are a little bit more ready for newness. They are not necessarily conservative. They are much more open to new ideas and innovation. And I think we're kind of in the heart of that in Benelux, in Netherlands, in Amsterdam. There is always this in these coastal cities. There is an openness for new ideas and innovation. And I see some of our customers, especially in Netherlands, especially here in Amsterdam, the things they're doing are unbelievable. And in the US and in Asia, some of our other customers and partners are actually replicating what you do here. So I know some of our partners who are coming from UK, Italy, France, even Eastern Europe, a couple of folks from Turkey, where I'm from originally, a few friends obviously from US. They're ready to learn from you. In the networking sessions, as Monica talked about, please take the time to meet each other. This is a great group here. We have a small group today. In and out throughout the day, we're going to have about 160 to 200 people. I'll tell you, there are some unbelievable people coming on. Some CEOs, CIOs, and also storage administrators. Some press and media in the room as well. Great analysts. Please spend the time. Have business cards. Exchange ideas. This space is real. We are not just having a marketing event here. Please do not take this just a PR event. We want to share with you our success stories. We want to share with you what works. We want to share with you also and learn from you what you need and what works in your respective areas. Those folks who have invested in this space, in software-defined world, so to speak, and I'm one of those investors myself, already made a lot of return. This space is booming, and it's very exciting because it's one of those spaces that I like to be in the forefront of the wave, like a surfer, not too late to the wave. So we want to be very clear on this. This wave is booming as we speak, and we believe this quarter, Q2, and FY14, 2014, is that big inflection year for this, big growth. And we believe toward the end of the year, and you're going to see some of these announcements with some big Fortune 100 companies moving into this software-defined world, what we call software-defined everything journey. Hence, we call this event series Open SDX Summit. And even that naming came from Amsterdam with the team, with Jaco and Monica, and I love your creative thinking, because we believe this is a software-defined everything journey. Obviously, we're kind of cute about that from a marketing perspective. We're not saying that everything has to be only software. Obviously, we still need great hardware. We still need great professional services, human innovation and integration. We need all of that. What we're saying, however, hardware does not have to be the inhibitor, the block for innovation. We believe with the right software, with the right innovation, right human creation, and with open source ideas, that innovation is liberated, democratized. We believe customers will solutions at a lower cost. They're going to have faster time to market, and they're going to manage risk better. And we believe because of that, this space is going to boom in the next 2 to 3 years. Whether that's compute, which is already happening over the past 10 years, VMware proved that. When VMware came aboard, and I remember those years, because I remember when Diane, who started VMware with her husband, came to our offices at Computer Associates in 2001, right after September 11, trying to close that company, tried to sell VMware because they were having a hard time. Because the hardware vendors at that time didn't want VMware to be successful. Look what happened 12 years later, 13 years later. It's a reality. I remember Charles Wang, I was with CA at the time. We didn't want to buy VMware for $120, $130 million. We thought it was too expensive for a company who has too many technical issues, because no hardware vendor wanted to test or certify their software. It was too difficult. Look what happened. It's a software-defined, best example for you at the compute. And that innovation created other innovation with OpenStack, with CloudStack, and all the other stuff happening with Amazon and others. So that innovation, I think, that flame is happening now for storage. Networking is happening as well. We believe networking is a little bit more difficult, but it's huge opportunity. That's why we love what's going on with Cisco, with Arista, and other networking vendors trying to innovate and give more opportunity for you guys, for our customers and partners. But we believe, now this is the self-serving part, we believe storage is now, and happening now, and that's why you're here. We're going to have this summit series starting here in Amsterdam, the cradle of innovation, Jaco. Jaco was like proud of his Dutch presence. We're going to continue that in Beijing. We have an event coming up later in the year. We're going to continue that with Citrix later in the year at Citrix Synergy in Los Angeles. We're going to have a follow-on at VMworld late August, early September, at the VMworld back in San Francisco. And later on, Open Storage Summit, we're going to hold it in Santa Clara early November. These events continue. Just to let you know, we also have our new French office opening with our friends at Feeder, our new country manager, Philippe Bion. Philippe is also in the back. Please have a chance to meet him. Philippe joined us also from another storage company who's been in the industry for 14, 15 years. And we're going to have a big press and analyst event in Paris actually tomorrow in Park Hyatt Vendôme. And also at that event, we're going to have sprinkles of our software-defined storage, software-defined everything vision tomorrow on April 10th. So having said all this, I just want to thank you one more time for being here. I want to make sure one thing is clear with all of you. At Nexenta, we're not just employees making salary. 50% of our company is owned by our employees. This is a very unique thing in the Bay Area, in Silicon Valley. In most cases, investors usually own companies, and employees have maybe a minority shareholdership in companies, in private held companies. At Nexenta, the salespeople you deal with, the marketing people that you work with or you listen to, the engineers you interact with, they are the owners of the business. They don't work not necessarily just 8 to 5. We are thinking, living, breathing this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on holidays, because it's our own business. Those who know, those who own their own business know there is a unique responsibility. When we talk to a customer who have dreams, who have issues, challenges, opportunities, we internalize that. Actually, in a sense, we need shrinks. Because we internalize so much, we live through you. And I really mean this. When we have events like this, when you guys talk to us about your challenges, opportunities, and goals and plans, we enjoy that. We truly internalize that. I just want to make sure that every time you talk to us, please be aware of that. And I'll tell you, that returns to us in bigger business. Because our customers and partners feel, in most cases, they understand that. In some cases, we need to do a better job to communicate that. So that's why we're doing these events, to get closer, even closer to our customers and partners, and to our, what I call the value ecosystem. And Tony, Steven Spielberg of Netherlands, is part of that too. We want to make sure in his filming he feels that. This is not just a vendor event, a couple of executives come speak, and we go home. We really want to get to know you. So please make sure before you go home or to your offices, make an effort to meet our executive team. I'm sure I missed some of the folks. There are a few Next Center folks here from the US, made the trip here. Literally, they left their homes on Friday and Saturday from personal lives just to be here on time for these events, and are also planning meetings with some of our customers. Please take the time to talk to us.